Whether you're a seasoned pro in the multifamily space or just cracking into the multifamily space, one of the most critical components is to determine if you have a good deal or not. You need to be able to determine if the deal is good so that you can move forward on buying the deal. See, so many people get sent great deals, but they aren't confident that it is a great deal, and so they do not submit offers. Also, another thing that happens is that they take so long trying to determine if it's a great deal that they lose the opportunity to submit an offer. So once again, whether you're brand new or just cracking in, today I'm going to give you 6 steps to make sure that you can execute quickly to be able to submit an offer on these deals. Let's dive in. As a reminder, my name is Tyler Devereaux. I am the CEO of the Multifamily Mindset, which is an education company where we train thousands and have trained thousands of students on how to buy and operate multifamily apartment buildings. People just like you. So first off, if you have not ever attended one of our events, man, click the link in the description somewhere below and attend one of our events. We'd love to have you there. Also, I'm the CEO of MF Capital Partners, which is our investment company where we own thousands of apartment units across the U.S., which makes me uniquely qualified to show you and teach you how to do what I've already done. So today I'm going to show you how to analyze a deal quickly, efficiently, effectively, so you can confidently pull the trigger. Let's go.
Bang, bang.
All right, this is my 6-step framework to be able to analyze a deal, once again, quickly, efficiently, effectively, so you can pull the trigger. The first step that you need to take is to fast forward to the financials. You need the financials of the property. See, a lot of times you're gonna be working with a broker. They'll send you an offering memorandum. That offering memorandum can be a whole bunch of pages, which is really designed to be a sales pitch for you so that you'll get to the financials, which are always at the back, and you'll justify the financials. My friend, we need to fast forward to the financials so we can run the numbers. Now, we have a whole in-depth, detailed underwriting template that we provide to our students, but I'm gonna show you how to do this underwriting and analyzing without that underwriting template. Which brings me to step 2. Step 2 is you need to dial in the income. You need to dial in the income. Now, if they've provided the financials for you and you have the financials, so you're gonna take the gross scheduled rent that they provided, you're gonna subtract out any adjustments, things like vacancy, bad debt, concessions, those kind of things. That should be close to 10% of the gross scheduled rents that you're going to back out of there. That calculation will give you the adjusted gross income, and that is critical for us to move forward with the next step. But listen, if they don't give you the financials, here's your workaround. You're gonna take the average rent on the property multiplied by the number of units on that property. You're going to subtract out any adjustments, which is typically 10% of the gross scheduled rents, which will give you the adjusted gross income. Let's say that the average rent on the property is $1,000 and it's a 150 unit property. You're gonna take $1,000 per month average rent by 150 units. That will give you $150,000 in monthly revenue. Now we need the annual numbers. So you're gonna take $150,000, you're gonna multiply $150,000 by 12 months. That will give you $1.8 million in gross annual income. Okay, 1.8 million, we need to subtract out the 10%. So 10% of 1.8 million is $180,000. So we would take 1.8 million, subtract out $180,000. That will give you an adjusted gross income of $1,620,000. $1,620,000. Now you have done step number 2, dialed in your income, which takes us, my friend, to step number 3. Step number 3 is the easy part, man. It's dialing in the expenses. All right, you're gonna look at the gross expenses that they've given you. If that number is greater than 50%, take that number. Typically 40 to 50% of the income goes towards expenses. We're gonna be conservative and take 50%. Now, on the flip side of this, if they've provided the information, just take whatever information they've provided you and you're gonna use that number. If not, we're gonna take 50%. For example, let's say the expense number that they give you is $890,000. You're gonna take $890,000 and you're gonna divide it by that gross adjusted rent number of $1,620,000. If you take that and you do that calculation, that will give you 0.5493. All that means is 54.93% of the income goes towards expenses. That is above 50%. So I'm gonna take that higher number. For reference, if the given number is less than 50%, there's a great chance that they're not including some things. That's why we're gonna bump it up to 50. Once again, real estate's a risk. It's our job to mitigate the risk. We do that by becoming conservative investors, bumping that number back up. All right, now that you have the expense number, step number 4 is you're gonna calculate what we call the NOI, the net operating income. That is an important number for you, my friend, because that will help you determine the value of the property. To calculate the NOI, the net operating income, you're gonna take that gross adjusted rent number, subtract out your expense number, and that will give you your net operating income. So for example, if your gross adjusted rents are $1,620,000. You subtract out $890,000. That's going to give you a net operating income of $730,000. Now you're going to take that $730,000 NOI number, and we're going to move on to step 5, which is determine the value of this bitch. To determine that number, you're going to take the net operating income number, you're going to divide it by the average cap rate in the area. But listen, man, I'm trying to help you do this quickly, efficiently, effectively, and I don't know about you, but I cannot do division in my head with decimals. It doesn't happen. But I can tell you what I can do. As a general rule of thumb right now, if I know that the average cap rate in the area that I'm looking for is close to 5%, here's your hack and your workaround to make it even quicker. I'm going to take the NOI number of $730,000. I'm going to multiply that by 10 because that I can do in my head. 730,000 by 10 is $7.3 million. Once again, the average cap rate is higher than 10. I just want you to remember this: the higher the cap rate, the lower the purchase price. The lower the cap rate, the higher the purchase price. So if I know that the cap rate is half of 10, 5, then I can take that 7.3 million and I can just double it. I can do that in my head. Hopefully you can too. 7.3 million times 2 is 14.6 million. Holy shit, Mrs. Clayson. I know, my 3rd grade teacher, you thought that I'd never learn math, and now I'm doing this shit in my head and determining values of apartment buildings in my head. God bless you for teaching me my multiplications table, especially that 10 times multiplication. I can't say it yet, but I can do the shit in my head, and that's what's most important. And now I know a good understanding of where that price is or where that value is for that apartment, which brings me to step number 6. And my friend, if you are even close to that number, you're gonna submit an offer. Now, you're not gonna submit an offer on that number, right? You're gonna submit an offer usually lower than that number, and before you ever submit an offer, you should definitely call the broker and get what's called, write this down, ask them for the guidance. You're gonna say, what is the guidance? They're gonna help you understand how much the seller is looking for. Now you're gonna determine, is that number even close? And if it is, you're not gonna give them exactly what the seller's looking for typically. You're gonna come in, listen, usually 10% below that number. So if your value that you came up with is even close to that, then you're gonna submit an offer, and that is powerful. Now I want you to understand what you just did and what this did to set yourself apart. You just underwrote a deal and determined the value of the deal in less than 10 minutes. See, where most people take so much time to try to determine the value of an apartment building, it takes them so damn long to execute. You came to my YouTube channel, you clicked subscribe, you clicked the notification bell button to make sure that you got any video that I posted. You watched this video, you took notes on this video, and now you can underwrite a deal quick, dirty, which means a broker sends you a deal, and that fast you can get back to that broker, and you know what that will do? That will set you apart, my friend, as somebody who can execute quickly. Speed of execution. One of the key momentum indicators that we look for, that I look for, that your brokers will look for, is a key momentum indicator of speed of execution. You just set yourself apart. You now know the value. Now go take that deal down and come hit me up in the comments and let me know how it went. I'm excited for you. Also, if you have any more questions about the multifamily space, about business, about mindset, about personal development, about anything that, once again, I talk about on this channel, hit me up in the comments, man. This video specifically came from, well, a comment, a question that was in my comments. I promise you we look at them. Once again, we put them to a list. We make videos. Why? Well, because I care about you and your success, and I want you to have even more success, my friend. So hit us up in the comments. Let us know how we can help. And then live always with aloha. Peace.